This is a short instructional video on how to convert your Trans Am shaker hood scoop into a quick on and off setup with no tools required, eliminating the need for carrying a screwdriver to remove the oversized hose clamp. The second modification is to allow secondary air into the carburetor without cutting holes in the hood scoop. All the modifications I'm showing here are made to the scoop mounting base. After seeing individuals struggle to take their air cleaner on and off with the factory setup, I decided when it was time to do mine, I was going to make something that worked without tools so that while I was out cruising, if I needed to adjust the carb for any reason, it would be an easy on and off setup. My solution was to fabricate a small spring-like type arms that would hold the scoop mounting base firmly to the stock factory air cleaner housing. I started out with some steel that I had laying around from an old neon sign that hung against a window. The material I used was a 1/2 inch wide by 1/8 of an inch thick. I cut 2 pieces 4 inches long and 2 pieces 3 inches long. I then added 2 1032 tapped holes to these pieces so that I could screw them to the base plate. I didn't want anything like nuts or washers, loose parts falling into the air cleaner, so that's why I went with the tapped holes. You can drill all the way through, but if you don't have a tap set, I would recommend using nylock nuts. After fabricating the pieces, I marked the base plate carefully with a center punch where the arms would go, making sure that they didn't interfere with anything in the air cleaner. I mounted the arms, tested it out, and gave them a little bit of a bend outward to create spring tension, and the rest is history. I then disassembled the unit and painted the arms after it all worked to my satisfaction. The unit fit together well, was quiet, and didn't have any annoying rattles when I took it out for a test ride. Once I knew I had a good setup and didn't need any tools to take the shaker hood scoop on and off, I decided it was time to go ahead and start working on the secondary air inlet. Based on what I've read and seen with my own eyes, I can tell you that cutting out the back of the scoop to get fresh air may not be the best solution. My solution was to add holes in the bottom of the base plate under the front of the scoop. This would allow the carburetor to draw in air from the bottom of the scoop in the engine compartment towards the back of the motor. I used a 1 3/8 diameter chassis punch to make the 5 holes. You can see from the illustrations here that the air is drawn up and into the scoop and then down into the carburetor, allowing for more horsepower with fresh air. I hope this video helps and helps you keep your stock Tran looking good and running great.